Good morning, everybody, or rather good afternoon. We're about to strap a pallet today. I don't know if you see my other video on wrapping a pallet. Well, this is actually the first part of it. We're gonna strap this pallet today. I don't know if you're familiar with this. This is a 1/2 inch strapping material. Some people use plastic, some vinyl, some metal. This is plastic. It's just as strong as long as you don't kink it while you're strapping it. One thing we use is we use a simple stick with an end on it to kind of, so we don't have to climb underneath the pallet to get it across. Send it to the other side. One important thing to remember when you're strapping a pallet, especially one like this, because it's heavy, you want to use corners or supports because all the weight is going to be supported at the top. That's where all the pressure is going to be. So if your boxes aren't solid, or if you don't have corners like these, it's going to crush your product or whatever you're shipping. Okay, in order to strap it, we use this. This is a band strapper. Basically, you have the holder, the roller, and the cutter. You depress the lever and you run it through all three of them. So it stays in there firmly about like that. And then you give yourself about a foot tail. Then you grab the other side, the return from the strapping, and then you run it through the cutter and the roller, like so. Now you should have your tail and the two together. Now you can continue rolling. This creates tension as you tighten it. Now I don't want to tighten it too much because I want to support my corners with my little pieces so it doesn't crush the product on the pallet. So I go around both sides, making sure that it's strapped properly, and then you want to make sure that the strap is straight also. Okay, I'm happy with that, so we'll go ahead and create tension. Okay, one way to check to see if your strap is tight, I call it playing the banjo. Now I'm happy with that. Once it's tight enough, you don't want to get it too tight because then it starts to create too much tension on the top and then it'll ruin the product. So then you get one of your clips like these. These are little metal clips. These are little metal clips. Once they're depressed, I'll show you. So you grab the two together like so. You just put the clip in here and hold both sides. Then use your crimper, which has teeth, which crimps the metal thing and closes it and tightens it together. So now it's steady and it's firm, and now use your cutter to release. Now you're done with one strap. This particular pallet we're going to strap twice because it's heavy. So now basically all we're doing is we're repeating the same process, but we're on the other side of the pallet. Also, one important thing to remember, when you strap the pallet, your corners have to be at all points of contact. Your points of contact is exactly where the strap is going to be. So all the way across the top, that's where most of the pressure is going to be, not on the bottom, because it's going to pull it down. Same thing, I leave myself about a foot tail. Run it through all of them again. Same thing. Grab the other side. Give yourself a little bit of slack. Run it through your cutter and your roller. Make sure they're even. Otherwise, if it's kinked, it won't roll right and it won't tighten right. It'll end up breaking, and then you'll have problems when it's being shipped. So I same thing, create a little tension so it doesn't move around. Then I'll put the rest of my little pieces in place. Go around the other side. Check, make sure it's straight. Make sure all your point of contacts have little corners in them. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now come back around here, same thing. Create enough tension. Create enough tension, it should, you hear like a little twang sound. I'm happy with that. Now this pallet is solid. As you can see, if I try to move it, the whole pallet's gonna move because it's strapped. Same thing, I put my little clip on, put my crimper on, tighten it down, make sure you get both of them firmly, like that, cut, you press, and you're done. Now all you have to do is wrap this pallet and you're ready to ship.